What's going on, guys? It's your boy Johnny Matt 52199, coming alongside of everyone's favorite DJ. How you doing today,
What's up, Johnny? I'm sure,
man?
sure, I'm sure that's true for some people, but also not for a lot of people.
I think did you happen to listen to the Ben and Devin podcast back yet, or no?
I've listened to the Ben one. I'm working my way through the Devon one. I started that one today, so it's been
We
nice having
talked
Brew
about
Talk be back, though.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the all season. I gotta do what I gotta do. But we talked about I think it was me and Devin. It might have been me and Teddy, which comes out Monday, which is
Mm-hmm.
already out for the recording time. But we said DJ's the guy that you want on your team, but you don't want playing against your team.
Yeah, that's what everyone always says. Is I think that's why it was like it's been fun getting to know other guys around the league too, because they're like, I fucking hate you when we're playing, but like if you were on my team, I would absolutely love you. So I don't
It's a
know.
good
It's like,
superpower, man.
yeah. I mean, I don't care what team I'm on, dude. If you're on my team, I'm gonna go to bat for you, and I'm gonna have your back, and it's just gonna be. I mean, you're my boy, you know. So no matter what's gonna happen, I'm gonna be there with you.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about this season, buddy. We finished what 5-13 again, 5-14, somewhere around there. We still can't get over the 5 win mark. Uh, what is your takeaways from this season?
I lost you again, Johnny. In my there we go. Go ahead and repeat yourself.
We went 5-13 this season, 5-14, somewhere around there. What's your
Yeah, I
takeaways
think it
from this
was five
season?
and 12 in the regular season, and then or 5-13 in the regular season, and we finished what 5-15, maybe. Something
That
like
sounds
that.
about right.
Or maybe it was 5-11 and then we finished 5-13.
That definitely sounds about right. What's your
Yeah.
takeaways from this season, though?
I mean, I think overall as a team, I think we got a really good group of guys. I think this was like the closest that we've ever been, like as like a team, like overall. Um, and I just think we're building something that's really, really fun, right? Like I think in the past few years we've been so close to like building a good team and getting together and finally being able to put those pieces together, and then we lose quite a few pieces in the off season. And I mean, as of right now, it kind of seems like we're going to be able to maintain the vast majority of what we built and what we have. So I think that was really encouraging going into this season, and just being able to kind of keep most of the same guys and add some really good pieces to the puzzle. As Masataka Yoshida just drives in a run to take the lead against the Yankees. Let's go.
Fuck the Yankees.
Um, I guess he didn't score. Gosh. Bases loaded now. Okay. Um, but it's just been, I think that was really cool. Like, I felt like we were able to bring a lot back from last year, add some really good pieces this year, and hopefully those pieces stay. And then we could just add a few more this offseason, and I think we'll be right where we want to be and need to be for next year. I mean, I also think at like the end of the day, like it's a men's league, right? Like I think that's something that I really tried to work on a lot this year, was being competitive, but also understanding that it's not the end of the world, right? Like there's much bigger things in this world compared to what happens on a Sunday, and just being able to go out there and play ball with some really good guys and some really good friends on a week to week basis is pretty cool.
I mean, you really didn't have that much of, I would call it a meltdown, but that's besides the point this year. So that was a turning point for you.
I mean, I tried to be, I think it's one thing, like as I get older, trying to understand a little bit more about what's serious and what's not serious. And I mean, I think, we all go out and play baseball, and the reason why we joined a Sunday league is because we're competitive, right? And we miss that itch. But it is like the older you get, like I think being competitive is great, but as I age a little bit more and more every year, I'm trying to just be a better teammate, because I think a lot of times it comes off as maybe it's not me being the best teammate. So I think it's something I've been trying to work on, and I felt like I did it pretty okay with this year. Obviously, there were times where I'm a hothead, so I still have stuff to work on. But I thought from like a week to week basis, I was pretty happy with at least how I controlled myself on most weeks.
And there was no going off in the umpires this year too. So I mean, that's a plus too.
Hey, I did not get into it with any umpire this year, which was nice.
I don't think any of us did. Looking back on it,
We didn't have, honestly, like the umpiring this year was significantly better than it has been in the past few years. Like, I don't think I can really think of one umpire that was just like god awful. Where in the past few years you always get like the one or two that are just so bad.
especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which there was only that one call that just like had us uproaring, and that was against the Cardinals. That was that safe call at first, or the out call.
Yeah, and like
But
I
that was
think,
it.
I mean, there were some bang plays in that game, and I think they got some and we got some. You know what I mean? So like at the end of the day, like it did kind of even out. Um, but yeah, like there wasn't any just like overly atrocious umpiring this year, which was kind of a breath of fresh air, because usually, like I said, I feel like every year we get one or two games where it's like I would have just rather not shown up than had that be the umpiring, you know?
For sure.
Like the fact that like you total it out and it's like that was like $35 of my money that went to like that umpire. Like I would have just rather stayed in bed and not been here for that. So but no, it was nice seeing just kind of the league as a whole. Like I think the league as a whole just kind of took a step forward this year compared to where it's been in the past from like a competitive standpoint, from like an umpire standpoint, from um, just like just overall being like ran correctly. I think Harley did a great job this year, stepping in as the 18U commissioner, and I think it was really noticed how much better the league was just ran from like an operational standpoint this year compared to what it has been in the past.
Yeah, I was really excited to see. Obviously, it didn't happen. I guess they were talking to you about having the home run derby and the All Star game later on. But I was really excited to see how that was going to transpire, and actually, because I think that's something that the league missed, was just getting everybody together and just having a good day, whether that's the All Star game or whatever the case was.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I heard that they might do it in October. Obviously, I think it's October now as we're recording this, so I haven't heard anything about it. Um, honestly, I'm not. I think I was selected for our team to go to both the All Star game and do the home run derby, and I said, hey, like, I'm just kind of done with baseball for this year, so give it to someone else. Let someone else go. Let someone else do it. Um, so I haven't heard anything about that, but I do. I think that's something that the league can continue to grow on and continue to capitalize on, is like just bringing everyone together and doing fun things like that. Like the playoffs this year, I thought was like such a great thing having it at Durham. I thought that was really well ran. Uh, and I think just being able to do more things like that, like the All-Star game, like a home run derby, like I don't know why we don't run out Tink Park one weekend every year. Like the All-Star game should be at like a cool field like that, or we should have all the teams play at Tink Park one weekend. Something like just something like change it up, and bring everyone together. And after everything, there's hot dogs and burgers, beer, and you get to like meet the other teams and really like get to know the other guys. I think that would be something cool that the league could add here in the future years too, as it continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
So I want to take it back to last year, what I said about the American League and National League. Do you think
Mm-hmm.
that's something that still should be done next year or the following or in years to come? Or do you think it's perfect the way it was this year?
I mean, I thought the league was overall like the league this year was very competitive, right? Like I think the Rattlers were the best team in the league, and they went like 12-3. So, and then there were plenty of teams like the Oaks went 11-5. The Bulldogs were 11-5. Like most of the teams this year, it's kind of weird, but like a lot of them were above 500, which is really good to see because that means that the league as a whole is just getting better as a competition, right? Like I think even the worst team in the league this year won 3 games. Or how many of the years in the past was the worst team in the league like 0-16 or 0-18, and they got run ruled every game? Like I don't really think many like run rulings really happened this year, which was nice to see. As far as like the American League and like the National League go, I think like if we got to like 14 or 16 teams, then breaking up the league into like 2 divisions would be a really good idea. I wouldn't necessarily do it like we did it a couple years ago where like the top 6 teams in the league were in the one division and the bottom 4 teams were in the other. I would try to like separate them evenly, right? And then that way, one, you get to play not more games because it would still be like 16 or 18 games, but maybe you get to have better, like more series with teams. Because there was a few teams we only played once this year, right? So if you had 7 teams in each division, then you could play the other 6 teams in your league 3 times throughout the year, and then that's really like a series, right? Like, oh well, we beat them 2 out of 3, or they swept us, or we only won 1 out of 3, whatever it is, like that kind of stuff. And then come playoffs, you could have like the bracket of the American League and the National League, and those 2 leagues come together to play like the World Series, basically. So I think it's probably something that they'll think about doing if they get more teams. But I think it's just tough with only 10, right? Because only having 5-5, that means you're playing the other 4 teams like a bunch. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to play the same 4 teams over and over and over and over again. So I think if they continue to grow and they can continue to like market the league and get more people, then it would be like a really cool thing for them to do in the future.
See, now, I thought, I don't know if you heard, well, obviously you said you listened to Ben's, but I said something to Ben about it, and I honestly think that I could see, like, the pros and cons. Ben said that we should be playing more games, but I see the pros and the cons in that, and I don't think a lot of the guys in the league would be appealed to that, because I think he said, like, 25-30. Do you think that they
Johnny, I
should
was going to
keep it at,
stop you there. You're cutting in and out a lot.
oh shit, a lot, a lot? Is it better now or worse?
Yeah, I can't hear a word you're saying right now, John.
Shit, give me 1 second.
All right, there we go. I got you now.
Is that better now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Is that better now? We back? We're still shitty.
Yeah, I got you. No, I got
Okay.
you.
So, um, I was talking to Ben, and Ben said that we should play like 25-30 games. I said, I see the problem with playing that many, but do you think it should be pushed up to like 20? Or do you think 18's like where it should be? Because obviously we've been in the league for what, like 5-6 years now?
Yeah, I think next year will be my 6th year in the league. I mean, like, it would be awesome playing more games, but I just don't know how you can, like, feasibly do it, right? Like, there's only so many Sundays in the year, and, like, unless people, like, sign on to play on Saturdays, like, I think it would just be tough to really, like, get that many games. Unless, obviously, we start earlier and go later, right? Because I mean, we just finished what 3 weeks ago,
Yeah,
4 weeks
about that.
ago now. So even if we played those 4 weeks, that would still only get us to 20 games, and then we would like start the playoffs like this week. So then, like at that point, we would either have to start earlier than we do, or continue to play later than we do, if we're just going to keep playing on Sundays. No, I mean I wouldn't be opposed to like playing Saturdays too, but I think at that point then it becomes like people work on Saturdays, or we're not getting paid to do this, right? So like Saturdays are filled with family, and a lot of guys need to like convince their wives or girlfriends or whoever to even let them go out one day a week to play. And I think that's kind of why like the City of Raleigh League is during the week, right? To help supplement those guys that want to play more. It gives them the ability to play a couple nights a week, and then also play on Sunday too.
I like I said, I could see the pros and the cons going into it. Obviously, it would be beneficiary for like the teams that are dead last.
I got you now, John.
You gotta, you gotta love Discord.
I don't know if it's the fan, if it's picking up the fan and it's like killing the mic or what.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can hold the mic. If that'll work. You can hear me though, clearly, right?
I can hear you now. That's why like when I
Okay.
leave and then I come back, I can hear you again.
All right. Let me try to unscrew the mic because I have a stand for it, but the thing that I used to have where it, like hang up, there's not a
Yeah.
spot that I can put it now that it stays.
Yeah. I also don't know if it's my internet because I have the game going on right here too.
All right, can you hear the shit now or no? The fan or whatever it was.
I can hear it a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Okay, so I'll just hold it for the duration of this.
Yeah, mine has like a little stand thing that I can put down, or I just hold it.
Yeah, see, I got this one, and then I got like the big ass one that's like over here. It's like the arm thing, but there's like no place to put it because the desk I'm using is just like a table. So there's like that big ass lip here that it won't stay on.
You keep
So
cutting in and out again. Let me see. Let me turn my PlayStation off and see if that works. All right,
what
I
inning
got
are
you
you
now.
guys in?
I think it's top 8 now.
Shit. Still 2-2 or
2-2. Yoshida hit one up the middle, and then Eaton probably could have scored, but Jazz had a shitty throw, of course.
dude, as long as you guys beat the Yankees, I'm happy.
Dude, if we lose tonight, then we're gonna lose tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind.
Dog, I'm pulling for you guys. It really is.
It all needs to come out tonight.
It's the
But yeah,
it's
to,
the
to go back to the playing more nights a week. I mean, I think it would be awesome, right? I played in the weeknight league a few years, and it was cool playing 3 games, 4 games a week. But again, the older I get, like, it's like, why would I do that? Like, I'm not getting paid to play. Like, my elbow just hurts more than anything. Like, I wake up every morning so freaking sore. So even one day a week now has just been, it's a lot. Like I wake up Monday and Tuesday and I'm like, I feel like I got hit by a bus.
Yeah, you had said something, I think it was this season, about your arm just hanging on by a thread.
This was the first year, and I don't know how long that I had zero arm pain. I don't really know why, but literally, like my elbow didn't hurt once this year, which was kind of nice. Like I literally think my elbow has hurt every year since I was like 12. So it was kind of nice having 1 year where I didn't have throbbing elbow pain every day of the week after I played baseball on Sunday.
Shit, I mean, hey, whatever works, whatever works.
Yeah, I was ibuprofen's biggest customer in the past few years.
Not Tylenol?
Nah, I leave Tylenol alone now.
Fucking Mikey in the damn group chat, I swear to God.
That's so funny.
Did you see that shit?
Probably.
Because if we start, I said, it started off because I said that the Mets were out. So I was
Oh.
talking shit. And I think it was either Evan or Austin. Somebody responded back first, then it was vice versa. Then Mikey goes, everybody from Philly looks like they had Tylenol or some shit. It's like, what the fuck, Mikey? But let's talk little bit about the playoffs for us.
Yeah.
The first game was against the Rattlers. We should have won that game 15-10, I think it was. That counted. What do you think, besides not being able to hit, what do you think the problem was? Was it just the experience for everybody, or what do you think was the issue there?
I mean, I think like you and Ben talked about earlier, we left a lot of guys on all year. And like I wish I could go back and look how many dudes like I stranded on base. Because I guarantee you if I didn't lead our team and just stranded runners, I was very much up there. And I really like I don't know why or kind of like what happened. Like I felt like with the Rattlers, like we were hitting great and then we would get the bases loaded and then we would either strike out, ground out, fly. Like there's just so much stuff that happened where we really struggled just to get runs across. And it seemed like that was something we struggled with all year long, was just getting runners across the home plate. But specifically when we had guys like in scoring position or on third base specifically, like there was plenty of times where there's a guy on second or a guy on first and we hit him around. But like the fact that we struggled with driving runners in from third, I don't really know why. But like we could never get the big swing. We could never get the big hit to bring them in. I mean, I think the Rattlers they were the best team in the league this year, right? And they hit the ball very well, and I thought that we competed with them very well in every game we played against them, honestly. So I don't really think anything was wrong. I just think that's baseball, right? Like sometimes the hit's going to drop and other times it's not, right? I mean, obviously, when you have a AAA player from the Cubs that puts one off the top of the scoreboard and even earlier in the game, that one that he roped to right, like, I bet that thing was like 105, 106 off the bat. And that dude was at first base before it even hit the wall. Like, it's just, you can definitely see, like, there's a different level of athlete that it takes to play professional baseball. And they very much had that one kid that did play, but they had quite a few kids that I think probably could have played like professional ball. Where, I mean, no offense to us, but like, I think Austin might be the only guy that played any college baseball for us, let alone like professionally. So I think that is, that's different. But I don't know. I thought we fought. I thought we stayed in it. I thought, we could have easily just rolled over and we could have lost that game 22-2. But we kept it close for most of the game, and really the only time that it got out of hand was when that kid hit the home run, and it was kind of like, oh, like it's over now.
I told Ben I feel so sorry for him for that home run.
Yeah,
That
he hit
shit
that
was
thing far.
just looking at it through the dugout. I'm like, is it gone? Is it? And it just clinks on the top, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's long gone. um, what do you what do you think was the most important play? Uh,
Johnny, if I leave, just keep talking.
just keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what do you think was the most important play from that game? From the first one.
I mean, honestly, I don't really remember it all that well. Importance wise, I know, like I said, I know we left the bases loaded a couple times, and they got out of some pretty tough jams. So if I had to put it on it, that was probably it. But again, I mean, I felt like we were in the game until the kid hit the bomb. So from there, it was kind of maybe that. I don't know. That was honestly one of the furthest hit balls I think I've ever seen in person. I bet that gets out, I think, in 30 major league stadiums. That's how hard that kid hit that ball. And just how high he hit it too. It was literally it felt like it was a mile high, and then it went up another 100 feet. That's how high it went.
Do you think the morale changed from that moment going into the next day too against the Cardinals?
I mean, I don't really think so. I don't know. I think we showed up the next day, and I think we were all just ready to work and ready to get at it again. But I think I think the Cardinals game was just a really competitive baseball game between two really good teams too. Yeah, they beat us, and they were a really good team, and I don't think we really got too down on ourselves at any point in that game. I think, closer towards the end, once you start realizing, okay, we only got 6 outs more, 3 outs more, 2, 1, all right, season's done. I think at that point you kind of dang, I hate that we're done playing baseball, but I don't think we really let Saturday bleed into Sunday all that much. Yeah, what about you? Do you think we did?
I'd say a little bit. I wouldn't say as much as it was against the Oaks that one year, where everybody was just like, "Oh, fuck this shit, I don't want to play."
Yeah.
But just sitting there throughout the whole 9 innings on the bench was just like, you could see where certain situations guys were just like, "Fuck, we should have allowed 1 run or 2 runs at that inning," and it just got out of hand. But Austin did a phenomenal keeping us in that game as long as he did.
Yeah, I think we had some very untimely errors that game. There were some, ground balls that got through. There were some pop flies that ended up falling. There were, in both games, really. You know what I mean? There was some stuff where, one more play, or you get the glove on a ball instead of letting it go through. Maybe you make a play at first, But I mean, again, that's just baseball, though, right? You can look back, I think, at every game and say, if I made this play, or if so and so caught this ball, it would have been completely different, right? But I think baseball is like a game of failures, and the people that can just move on to the next play and not let their failure ruin them are the ones that are very successful in this game.
Yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, I use Mikey as an example because that's the moment that stuck out to me the most. We really don't see Mikey get all that upset or pissed off throughout the dugout. Um, I think it was the second error that he committed. He came back in the dugout and he was just he threw. I think it was his glove, and just looking back at him, I'm like, holy shit. You know, let's not let that dictate the rest of this game, buddy. Um, but like moments like that, I think that's where it kind of like bled into Saturday or Sunday, if that makes sense. Because let's be honest, the weather had a lot to do with that too. Because we were supposed to play at 9 a.m. We got pushed back to 12. I think it was 12:30, 12 or 12:30. Um, and then when we get there, we're all just sitting there waiting for. I want to say waiting for it to be canceled or pushed back again. But thankfully it didn't happen. But by like the third or fourth inning, I think it was died down. I think there was no rain. It was just cloudy at that point. But
I mean, it turned out to be a beautiful day to play baseball, you know. But yeah, I think the weather obviously had like we were scheduled to play at 9, it got moved to noon. Then right before we got there, someone said, "Okay, it's getting moved to 4," and then they were like, "LOL, JK, it's actually at noon again." So I think there was a lot of like back and forth and ups and downs of the morning of. Um, but I mean, yeah, like I said, it's baseball, and I think people are very competitive with themselves, right? And I think we all just hate making errors and hate messing things up, and we feel like we're letting all like the team down. Um, and I think where that's what's been like such a cool thing with us getting all like so close over the last few years is like it really does feel like you're playing with like some of your best friends or like your brothers, where in the past few years, like the first couple years I played in the league, like it didn't really feel like that. Like it just felt like was playing baseball with a bunch of strangers that I showed up on Sunday and played with. So it's been nice to kind of see the past couple of years us get closer as a team, but then also like just realize that when people make mistakes, like I feel like they're even going to be a little bit more hard on themselves because we are so close.
oh yeah, yeah. Um, that brings me into my next point. I mean, do you think that we should be focusing on one thing going into, I guess, the draft this year than another thing? I mean, obviously we had really just two aces this year between Rob and Austin go out there. Do you think we should add a bullpen piece or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think pitching wins in this league, right? And I think the more quality pitching you can have, the better. Um, I think like fastballs play. I think fastballs are starting to play more and more in this league too. Where definitely in the past, like if you had good breaking stuff, I think that was better. But I do think like now, with just the overall like competition getting a little bit better in the league, like it really is like you need to be able to just throw the fastball, right? And I think that was one thing that I know irritated me throughout the season a little bit was, we would blow two fastballs by someone, we'd be, up in the count 1-2, and then we'd throw like an off speed pitch and they would hit like a little dinky do to left or they'd roll over into right. And it's like, hey, we just blew two fastballs by this guy. Like, why not just blow another one by him? Like instead of like trying to like throw off speed there, because I think a lot of people in this league like they're looking for that off speed now. Where I think just finding someone that could just throw like fuzz balls, I think that would be a really good change of pace between what we have with RJ, Austin, you, um, even like Ben, right? Like and Evan when he shows up. Like I think if we could just find one dude that just throws nothing but gas, like that would be awesome.
I mean, let's hope that we can find somebody like that this year. Um, I think I said it in the past. I think we if we add like two or three guys that can actually pitch and not using Austin or RJ as much as we did, because between the two of them, I think they had like 90 plus innings this year
Yeah, I don't
between the
doubt
two of
it.
them. So if we can maybe bring that back, like I'm not saying don't go with Austin as much. I'm not saying don't go as with RJ as much, but like having somebody that's can start and then have them come in and relieve some games, I think
I
will be
think
okay.
I think like if you could just get 3 pitchers that want to show up every weekend, and someone throws 3 innings, the next one throws 3 innings, and then the third guy throws 3 innings. Like, I think that would be perfect, right? And if the first guy's hot and you keep him in for the fourth and fifth, and he's doing great, and then the second guy throws 3 and the last guy only throws 1, that's awesome. That's great too, But I think just being able to rely on 3 guys just to be able to go in and throw strikes would be very nice. And I thought we had those, like when Jacob was showing up for the few games that he showed up, when Evan was, like, it's just really nice when like you have Austin, RJ, and then like a Jacob or an Evan. And then we can throw you in there if someone gets in trouble. Like, there's just a lot of like more flexibility you have compared to when you just have 2 people that like show up that can pitch. Because then if the first one gets in trouble in like the second inning, then, well, good luck to the other guy, because you better throw, you better be ready to throw 7, or else, we're screwed, really.
Oh yeah, I talked about that for the Rattlers game. I mean, what would have happened if RJ got into this in the shit in that game? I mean,
Yeah, like
because
it would
I
have been
don't.
Austin would have had to come in and pitch, and then we're kind of screwing ourselves for Sunday. But obviously, at that point, like we have to try to fight, right? So I don't know. Like, I think that's the tough part, And I think if we just had one more arm that was just like solid, 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 then like we would be in a good spot. But I think like the key to this league, right, is getting people to just show up. Like, how many draft picks have we had in the past few years where like the people we draft just don't show up? Like, I think Gates was playoff eligible this year, but he had to work. And then Ben obviously was a draft pick and he was eligible. But other than that, like, did we draft anyone else?
I don't know. Tell you the truth.
Like, I don't know if we drafted other people, and if we did, they never showed up, or they didn't show up enough for them to like make a difference, Um,
We might have drafted Justin, but he was gone by May
oh yeah, I
or the end
remember
of
that
May,
guy.
which is really like. I mean, I've always had this outtake on this. I know a lot of people may not like it, but why are you going to sign up for something that you know and pay money to be a part of that you know you're not going to make it?
Yeah, that's true, right? Like, as long as I guess they don't try to take their money back, then who cares? But like, it is like it's weird, like giving someone and giving like people like your commitment to something, and then like basically going back on your word and like not showing up. So
Now, I know we talked a little bit about shit beforehand, but were you at the Tigers game? The second one? Or the first
which
one? The one that was at the softball field, I think?
I was at that one. Um, yeah, I was there.
Was it as bad as people were saying?
I didn't honestly, like, I didn't even know that anything happened, because I was kind of going like, I don't know, I was in a mood that day, so I literally showed up, like, played ball, I think I yelled at our guys more than anyone yelled at the other team, like from our side. Like, I think a lot of times when we play certain teams, like the first thing we want to do is like bitch and complain about like who's on their bench and what they're doing instead of just going out and playing ball. Like, I don't care if they have the entire country of fucking Yugoslavia on their bench. Like, they can only have 9 people out on the field, right? They can only have 18 guys in their lineup. Like, the more guys that they bat, technically the better it is for us, right? Because they're not going to be able to get in as good at a rhythm. And like, I feel like sometimes like we want to just like look for reasons to like protest this game, like especially with that team, right? And like, I get it, like it's annoying, like they don't do things like the same way that other teams do, and they have a lot of players that show up, and who cares? Like, let's just go play baseball, you know? So I thought we were shooting ourselves in the foot way before like the game ever got really out of hand. I think it was stupid that we're playing on that softball field. Like, I think like that shouldn't be allowed. Like, there should be some sort of regulation of field that we have to play on. And like, if you can't get enough dudes to show up to the game on Sunday, and like we have to schedule it around another league's game just so that way like you can have players show up, then that shouldn't be on us, right? Like, we shouldn't have to deal with that. So yeah, I mean, but I didn't even realize this stuff went on like after the game, because like literally like before the game was even over, I was like packing my shit, and as soon as the game ended, I just fucking walked to my car.
Say, I agree with you 110% on that, but I do think that, like you said, that softball, that shouldn't be allowed. I honestly, again, I wasn't there, so I can't say it was true and I can't say it wasn't true. I don't think you should be allowed to drink on the field either. Like, afterwards, yes. I mean, we all do it. Even though we shouldn't, we all do it. During the
Yeah, and
game,
like
though,
honestly, like I wasn't really paying attention in their dugout. I know within like the Hispanic League, right? Like, that's very much a part of what they do. Is they're in the dugouts drinking during the games, which is fine, right? And again, if we have to show up after they play just in order for like a team to have enough players to play, then like I think when it should be at like an actual field, like a field that's not 300 feet or 290 feet all the way around. And then at that point, like obviously, like once their game ends and our game starts, then our league's rules need to kick into place, right? And I don't know. I wasn't really like, I wasn't looking for them to be if they were drinking in the dugout or not, or whatever. But it's like, who cares anyway? Like honest, like we're not at a high school. We're not like, it's a public park that allows alcohol there. Like, why are we getting so upset if someone's drinking a beer in their dugout? Like, and I understand like there's other instances where you're at schools, right? And like you're at a high school and you shouldn't have alcohol in that property anyways. But to like make it, I don't know, like just play baseball. Like, why are we so worried about what the other team's doing?
I mean, it's the Tigers, DJ.
Well, and that's the thing is like, and maybe I'm coming from a different place because I used to play, like I played the weeknight league with some of them, and like I know some of them personally, and they're good guys, right? I think it's the same thing. Like, if they were on our team, we would like them, right? Like, as individuals, we would like most of them, and if we were on their team, we would like them as individuals. But the fact that we're not on their team, it just drives some people like they don't like them because of you know their attitudes or whatever, right? But like I think now it's gotten to a point of like where we look like you're looking under rocks and you're looking under like you're trying to like turn over every stone looking for something that they're doing wrong instead of just playing the game.
See, I don't think that we should do that in like the regular season. Now the playoffs, completely different story. But
Yeah, well, I agree. Like I think the playoffs should be I mean I heard rumors like about for a lot of teams, like there was a lot of when the final rosters were sent in to the league for the playoffs, they got sent back and said, "Hey, are you sure? Right? Are these like actually the final rosters?" And when they got sent back to the league again, like maybe a few players ended up dropping off because maybe they didn't actually meet the requirements that were required to be in the playoffs, but and whether it was intentional or not, like they were still on the original roster that was submitted, and then they weren't on the final roster. So again, whether it was intentional or not, there was still some people had to get dropped off, you know? So like I do think that like, in the playoffs, like in the City of Raleigh League, every game you have to show up and you show your ID to like the person that's running the league. Like I don't know why we don't do that. And like they check you off the roster. Like they look at the roster, they find your name, they check you off. And like your name has to match what's on your ID. So like I couldn't put like DJ, right? Like I'd have to put my actual name on the roster, and then they look, they check it off.
that's actually pretty cool. I
So
think that's something we should adapt to.
I mean, at least for the playoffs, right? Because like technically speaking, like if I wasn't eligible, or like maybe I was going to be gone for that weekend, right? Evan could have said that he was me, right? And he could have just shown up. And obviously, like that wouldn't work in our league because everyone knows Evan and everyone knows me. But for like lesser known people, like people that haven't been around the league for so long, I don't know if you're Joe Smith or Billy Bob, right? Like I don't know your name. So I look at the roster online and yeah, it says Joe Smith was playing third base. And the guy that they had out at third base, I don't know, he looked like a Joe Smith to me, you know? So I think it would be good, especially for the playoffs, to have an ID, you know, at least like it has to be checked before the first game.
Yeah, because they're. I mean, we've been around long enough to know that people just try to take advantage of the system for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, people are always going to stretch the rules, right? And like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, I guess. But like, again, at the end of the day, like, it's a men's league, right? Like, if you really want to cheat that bad to win the CNC MSBL championship, then good on you, I guess. Like, it's like cheating to win like a fantasy football league. Like, okay, like I'm happy that you get to feel that accomplishment.
Shit, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a trophy. I mean, it's just, and not everybody gets anything from that either. So, I mean, they get a banner and a trophy. That's it. I mean, so
Yeah,
and the
like they don't
banner.
do. I don't think they do medals or anything. Like, I played in a tournament in Atlanta a couple years ago. They do like a big tournament in the beginning of December, and we won that, and we got like a medallion, like a big coin or whatever, and like that was pretty cool because like now I'll just have that coin. But like if you didn't get us those rings for when we won a couple years ago, like I literally would have like nothing that says we ever even won the league. You know what I mean?
That's exactly why I tried to do something like that, and that's why I do like the awards too. Because like I don't know, maybe like everybody should get something, but like if you make it that far, you should. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think like the winner should get something, right? Like I think the winning team should get like like a medal or something, just to have. I mean, at this point, you might as well just put the Oaks logo on it every year because they've won 4 in a row now. But like, I mean, for those guys, like, I don't know if they do rings or what, but like, it would be cool to have like a medal or something at the end of the year.
Shit, I think I talked to, I think it was Brett, like maybe like 2 years, 3 years ago. He said he needs to start doing my idea and taking and making the rings,
Yeah,
and it's not that much. I mean, I think I paid like maybe 25, 30 for them.
really.
Like, yeah, each. I mean,
Wow.
it's not crazy, and for the
Yeah,
price,
it's
they
not.
are durable too.
Yeah, it's a nice ring.
So I mean, I feel
Um,
like something should get done.
yeah, and like I think obviously like with the rings and stuff, it's tough just because everyone's different sizes. So like that's why like getting like a medal or something at the end of the year would be cool for the winner. Um, but I thought like this year's playoffs was significantly better than last year's play. Honestly, the last 2 years playoffs, I don't even remember. Um, yeah, like the last 2 years playoffs, I thought this year was way better than each of those. So I don't know. I'm sure they'll continue to take ideas and continue to grow it as well.
I do think that it has gotten better over the years. I mean, the first year we played at what was it, the USA complex?
Yeah, I thought that one. I still think that one was. Honestly, I think this year's was better than that year. But like before this year, then I thought that year was my favorite. Was when we played at USA Baseball. Um, I think what I liked about that year was like we started on Friday night, and then we played like the first basically 2 rounds were done that weekend, which then made it so. But we also, I think, we only had 8 teams that year, 7 teams that year, so it was a little bit easier to get all the games in. But um, the first time we played at DBAT, I wasn't there, but I think that was only a single elimination that year when we lost to the Oaks when we were the Macairos, right?
Yeah, that was an experience.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard all about that game.
I mean, it did give us quite a bit of one-liners that were good, like Evan saying we got work tomorrow.
But yeah, that's true.
Not so
Yeah, I
much for the
wasn't there for
music
that one.
blasted. That the music blasting throughout the whole game. That I don't know why they decided that was a good idea.
They had speakers going the whole game,
So no, remember that the
or was
bar
it the
that's out in
bar that
center?
was playing? Yeah,
Yeah, and
that
it was
was
a
cool.
live band, so you could hear every.
Yeah, that had to be annoying.
Yeah, so I was like, shit, get me the fuck out of here at this point.
Yeah, after our game on Saturday or Sunday, we went to the bar there and had some food and drinks and watched. I guess it was the Tigers and Rattlers game after our game with the Cardinals, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising that I did call the Rattlers and the Oaks in the finals, but seeing the
Mm-hmm.
Bulldogs knock off the Tigers, that was that was interesting. Um, I think the Oaks went. They lost one game, didn't they?
Yeah, they lost game 2. I think they won the first one, and then they lost game 2, and then they won like 15-0 in the final game.
Which was kind of interesting too, because it was like, all right, if they lose one more, then they're done. Then we actually have new champs.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the format for that, I think that's what we should do every year.
Oh, 100%. I think that was the best like formatted playoffs that we've had. I also like that like for the championship game it like reset, like the team that won didn't like only have to win one game. Like they had to win 2 games still, so it was like a real series. So I thought that was pretty sweet too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the series at the end because
Yeah.
it makes it feel like more important, if that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I like it better than just one and done. I mean, I think that's the formula to succession at that point because we all remember the wild card series back then for the MLB was
Yeah.
one and done, and now they changed it, and now it feels like it means something
Yeah, it's
than just
definitely
having that one.
more impactful.
Do you think that well, here's a good question for you. If you could change one rule for the league, what would it be?
One rule for the league. I hate that we don't play like an extra inning. At least one. Like I think we should do the runner on second thing for like at least one inning. Um and then like if it's still tied after that, then call it a tie. But like I just hate that there's ties. And I think if you did the extra inning thing with a runner on second, or even if you start with a runner on first instead of second, because maybe like you might get too many people that actually score that run. Um, it would be nice just to play like one extra inning if you're still tied after 9. But I mean, I get why we don't for like time reasons, and you only pay the umpires for 9 and whatever. But for all the games throughout the year that end in 7, right? It's not like the umpires pay us back for the 2 innings that they don't have to call. I think like it wouldn't be like a bad thing if they just had to stay an extra inning to like at least try to finish the game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the tie either or the time limit because
Again,
there's a
I understand, right? Because like we're not getting paid to be out there, and some of those games in the summer when it's like 3 hours long and you're losing by like 40, and you're just like, all right, like please let it be the time limit, you know? But I think especially like if you get through, I mean, there's a few games this year that we got through 9 innings in like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like if that was still tied, like you're telling me that the umpire can't stay another 15 minutes for like one last inning. Like I don't know. I think the rule should be like 3 hours, 9 innings or 3 hours, or if it's tied, like 10 innings, 3.5 hours.
yeah. I think the 3.5 hours would be and putting the runner on during that time frame. I just I don't know. Like sometimes like the time limit could come into effect and like it could screw the other team out. I mean, we've been on that multiple times. I mean, the closest one that we had was against the Oaks last year in that doubleheader, and we had additional time to start that last inning, and it was a 2-run game.
Yeah.
And I
I
know,
think I think this year more teams started like taking advantage of the time limit almost too. Like there was I could think of at least 2 games where like the other team would like the pitcher would just be like sitting in the dugout like dude, what do you do? Like you're just drinking a gallon of water in between innings. Like you didn't even bat that inning. Like why is it taking you so long to get out to the mound? Or um like just over there like yapping to whoever, just like going over there and making a yappuccino and just fucking sitting there doing whatever. And then they finally come out to the mound, take their warm up pitches, and it's like, well, great. We just wasted fucking 7 minutes, 8 minutes of ball game because you don't want us to play a full 9. Like you're trying to get this over in 7 innings, at the time limit because you know that we're going to win if we play a full 9. So I don't know. I think there needs to be, and like a lot of the umpires do a good job with it, but like if a pitcher's going to take his time in between innings like that, then like he doesn't get any warm up pitches, right? Like when you get your ass out to the mound, guess what? You're pitching live, buddy. Like it's go time. Like if you want to take your time in between, it's like the major leagues, right? Like they only get 45 seconds in between innings or whatever. And if they want to use the 45 seconds to throw pitches, awesome. And if not, then that's on you, dude. I don't care if you get 1 pitch or 7 pitches. Like if your ass isn't ready at 45, then it's ball 1 to the batter and good luck.
Introduce the pitch clock.
I mean, I don't want the pitch clock per se, but like I think like in between innings, like it just needs to be more regularly enforced. I've never really noticed it in the past, but like this year, like I said, there was a couple of games where I noticed like just other pitchers just taking their time in between innings. And it was both times it was very close games, and like they're just trying to like wait out the clock, you know. So like if that's the game we're gonna play, then I think it just needs to be a little bit more regulated on, hey, like you get a minute and 30 seconds in between innings, like your ass better be ready to go. I think if the catcher just hit, right, and the catcher just grounded out and they come in and it's middle of like, you know, obviously they're probably going to get a little bit more leeway compared to, you know, if the pitcher's been in the dugout the entire half inning and then they want to sit there and scroll on Instagram and, you know, record a TikTok real quick and then go out to pitch. Like, I think it's a little different.
We need more social media presence, DJ.
I mean, I agree. Like, I think it would be cool for the league just to have more presence, but I think there is like that fine line, though, too.
I did say, I think it was either, again, all these podcasts are getting mixed up in my head. It was one of them that I said that I think what we should do is we should just have a community channel and just have somebody film the games, send them over to me. I'll upload them in the highlights and just post them on the community channel. I think that would be a great idea.
Cool. I mean, I definitely think there's things that the league can do to like advertise itself more, right? And I think there's things that it can do to continue to grow like baseball in this area, but I don't really like. I think yeah, like posting on social media more and having like a more active like Instagram page and like paying a photographer to go to one game each week and take video or take pictures or have like a game of the week, right? That gets streamed on YouTube or on Game Changer or whatever, you know, and really like leaning into like those types of things, right? Like, and then you can also build like narrative around each game, you know. I think that would be pretty cool. But then obviously like you run into like weird things, like the first time we played the Cardinals, right? Like it was at that Raleigh Park that we had to like pour a bunch of volleyball sand on the field. Like imagine if that was the game of the week and then the first 2 hours of the game are us like pouring sand on the like. So obviously like there's things that can happen, but I don't know, I think that would be kind of cool if they did something like that and like advertised it that way. And I mean they have a Facebook page, they have an Instagram page, like go live, like have someone going like after the game, like do like an MVP or like, you know, in hockey they do like the 3 stars or whatever. Like do that, like have like your 3 stars, like one from each team and then one like the best player from the game or whatever, and do like little like Instagram lives or like Instagram stories or whatever it is, just to kind of grow the presence of the league.
I mean, I am trying to do. I don't know if I told you this. I told somebody this that next year I'm trying to do the live stream games,
Mm,
and it's easier to do it on Kick because if you do it on Twitch, there's chances that you might get banned for saying some shit.
mm.
And in our league, you know it as well as I do. Things get out of hand sometimes way too quick. But I think if you actually just make a Kick page and, like you said, bring in a photographer or somebody, just start live streaming the games. I mean, you,
I mean, we just do like a league game changer. Like
yeah.
game changer gives you the ability to watch. Like our nieces and nephews, they play travel tournaments all the time, and my ass isn't driving to fucking Louisiana to watch like 8-year-old baseball, but I can sit on my couch on my phone and watch the game from there. Like I think that would be cool, or like YouTube or Kick or whatever, right? But I think it would be cool to have like a little bit of narrative around, like, oh, the Rattlers are playing the Oaks this weekend. It's seed 1 versus seed 2. Like, who's gonna win? And then you have someone out on the field before the game, like doing Instagram stuff, and like after the game, like just posting on stories, and you get the narrative of, hey, like bottom of the 8th, you guys brought in the big lefty. Like, what was that decision? And I don't know. I mean, I think again, it's a Sunday league, right? So there's only like, I'm sure there's going to be guys that like don't want to be a part of that and care less, right? Like they're just there to play ball. But I think it would be cool.
I mean, the feedback from this podcast. I mean, you'd be surprised how many guys would probably be into that.
I'm sure. Yeah, and the podcast has really good reception around the league, and it seems like there's at least one guy on every team that's willing to like do something when it comes to like content wise, right? So I mean, you could lean into that, you could do whatever, but I don't know, I think that would be a cool idea for us to be able to try to grow the league. I have no idea how to do it. I have no idea like the resources responsible or needed to happen to do it, but if it was just like click my fingers and it could happen, then yeah, I think that would be cool for it to happen.
Shit, all you really need is a guy in the area. So, like, say if we're at Bond, somebody in Cary, maybe 2 people in Cary, 2 cameras, and a hotspot, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and I think that's obviously when it comes down to scheduling too, like you need to be able to schedule like good locations for things like that. And like if you're playing at Green Road Park in Raleigh, then guess what? You're not going to be the game of the week, dude, because like no one wants to watch that, right? But I don't know. I think it would be sweet, and I think it would bring some like notice to the league, and you could like sell sponsorships and like hang banners and sell like Instagram ads, and you're scrolling through and oh wow, there's Johnny Mac's Heating and Air, and scroll a few more, oh there's DJ's Fencing and Roofing, and like whatever. But like you could sell those spots and get some more money for the league, and that way we can do more things like the playoffs or have like tournaments in wherever. Because a lot of the MSBL leagues, they put on tournaments like on a pretty regular basis where like teams all around the country come in and play. Like I think it would be cool for us to be able to do that and either get like a couple of teams together to go to a tournament or to host our own tournament here and have teams from like around like the southeast or whatever come and play whatever teams want to play in our tournament too. So, and obviously, like, you need ways of funding that, and I think that would be a cool way of being able to at least start funding for something like that.
You said you had Game Changer, right? Or you watch it on Game Changer?
Yeah, I watch it
Is
on
that
Game Changer.
Is that like a subscription you need, or is it just?
I think like if you're a team and you're like posting everything on it, then you need a subscription. I don't think it's very expensive at all. Like I'm sure like I think it's like $30 a month or something. It's like $300 a year. But like if you have 20 guys, what's that? Like $6 or $12 per person. Like you just add it to like your league fees. Basically, like every team gets a Game Changer account. If you have 20 dudes, it's an extra $12 per person. So that way, like, and then literally all the stats are there. Like you can take the stats, put them right on the website. Like you can record, you can screen shit. Like you can do everything right on there that we're trying to do. I think some other teams in the league started using it this year. But I think it would be cool if like we just had to use it.
I think I might have to look into that now, though. Because when I originally,
it's pretty cool, honestly.
When I originally looked into it, it said like you had to. Maybe I just misunderstood it or misread it. That you had to have like a subscription to view it.
Yeah, so like when our like nieces and nephews are playing, basically we just have to say like whatever team they're on, and then we can like watch, like we can follow their games. And like if they don't have service at the field, then basically someone can run it on their phone, and it almost looks like the ESPN app, where like the runner like will move to first and then move to second, and then it'll show you like if there's been an out, and the person can put like ground ball to shortstop out at first, then they'll like draw the line or whatever. Or like if you have Wi-Fi and internet, then you can actually just have it streaming right there too, which is cool.
Shit, I might have to look into that. Because what I want to do is that I've been telling everybody is that, College Burnout?
No.
The guy that, the dragon that does all the face weird paint. You don't, God damn it, nobody knows who he is. But I've been watching his content and like.
Oh, that guy. No, I know.
Yes.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
He like dresses up as Batman and he pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I fucking hate that guy, but
dude's awesome.
I would hate if that guy was in our league. I would fucking hate him. They can they use like aluminum bats in that league. That's crazy.
Yeah, they can use aluminum or wood, which is it's nuts.
Why would you ever use a wood bat if you use an aluminum bat, dude? Like that's crazy to me.
Dude, there's some guys on his team that they come up there with a wood bat, and I'm like, brother, this dude just before you had an aluminum bat. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, dude, I would be dinking that thing all the time. Dink, dink.
Shit.
Probably still grounding out to third base, but at least be sound nice.
might take a nasty hop on him, but like he has like 3 different cameras. So he has like the one behind the plate, and then one like near each dugout. So obviously he'll have his in his dugout, but then like somebody down the foul line on the other side, and that's like something I want to do because I think that would be more. But obviously, like have the one behind a plate or something live, and then just go flip back and forth between the cameras. But I think that would be pretty sweet. Another thing I was looking at is sponsorships for the team.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And because he did the first episode of, I think it was this season or last season. He had like, what's the fucking name of the sunflower seed company?
The new one.
Yeah.
Smackin'.
Yeah. He had them send him out a bucket of seeds. He had like
that's cool.
chains for the team with their numbers on it. uh,
Mm.
batting gloves, cleats, shin guards, elbow pads. I mean, he went all out. And I was like, damn, he found a sponsor for every single part of like a baseball equipment
Yeah.
and just had them send them out for him, which is crazy.
Hey, if Rollins or 44 or Wilson want to give me a new glove, please.
So I've been
Honestly, while
hitting
we're
up
at it, just give me
companies.
sponsored by Jordan, dude. Like, I'll wear Jordan. I'll wear Jordan brand.
Shit. Give us like freaking energy drink company too.
Yeah.
Start slinging them on the dugout.
I don't know if we need more energy on our team, but
Nah, just picture Mikey in his crackhead energy and just give him a freaking Red Bull or something. I'm go
yeah,
crazy.
honestly.
But yeah. Before I start to wrap things up, because it is what 9:30 now our time. Um, what else what are you looking forward to next season? I should say.
I mean, I think I'm looking forward to just getting back and playing ball. I think there's a lot of points throughout this year where I thought I was just going to hang up my cleats and call it quits and say I'm done. Still kind of like deciding how committed I'm going to be next year. I mean, I say that every year, and then I come out and I play. I think I played 13 or 14 out of the 18 games we played this year. So I don't
Somebody
know.
had to take over Jamari's role of saying he was retired.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm excited just kind of seeing how the team grows and who we add. And I think a lot of the guys really want to do a lot of work this off season together. So I think that'll be cool to see. And yeah, I think maybe not taking the entire winter and not touching a bat or ball this year will be a good thing. Where I mean, last winter, the last time I touched a bat was when we played the Oaks, and the first time I touched a bat in between that time or since that time was our first game of the year this year. So maybe just doing a little bit more in the off season. But I don't know. I think I'm just excited for the guys. I'm excited to continue to see how like these friendships grow and getting to know like the new guys more and seeing who we add and just continuing to be a baseball team. You know, like I think that's been the coolest part of the last few years is the more and more guys we add. Like a lot of them, like I genuinely like some of my best friends in the whole entire world now. You know, um, like going and hanging out at like bachelor parties with them where like never in my life did I think that a few years ago that I would be hanging out with dudes on like their bachelor party or my bachelor party from the baseball team, you know? So I think that's cool. I think just continuing to grow those relationships and those friendships and just growing as a human being with them and together. I think that's what I'm excited for.
Do you think that we should have more team bonding?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can never have enough team bonding, and I think that is something that we've done a lot in the last few. Like after every game, like win or lose, like if you have time and you want to go, like someone's gonna go get food and beer somewhere like after the game, and it could be the best game in the whole entire world, and we just won, and it was awesome, and we go and we talk about it and we hang out and we have that friendship there. Or it can literally be like the worst game in the whole entire world where literally like never even want to talk about it again. Right. But we still like make sure to go get food and drinks and stuff afterwards. Um, and just know that like we have each other's back and um, we're there. So I think that's something we do really well during the season. So I hope that we can continue to do that in the off season. It's like have meetups and like, you know, like let's go get beer together one weekend, or like let's go to a hockey game, or if someone's having a fire, like whatever. Like I think that's the cool part, right? And I thought that was a cool part about after the Cardinals game. It was like, yeah, we lost, but then we went to the bar like up the road and got food and drinks, and some of the Cardinals guys were there, and we were able to talk to them and get to know them a little bit better as people and human beings, right? Too, and get to like build relationships with those guys, because like those are really cool guys too. And like Meso, like I've known Meso for a few years through the league, but like I don't ever really think like drank a beer with him after the game, and it was cool just being able to get to know him a little bit more on like that personal level. And a few of the Cardinals guys were there. So I think just being able to do more stuff like that, like as a team, but then like also kind of as a league, I think it would be cool to like, hey, like, we're having like a MSBL meetup or whatever at like the sports bar wherever to watch like the Canes game, or to watch the state game, or whatever. Like I just think that would be cool too. So yeah, I think as a team, I think we do a really good job of it now, and I hope we can continue to do that throughout the season. I think it'd be cool to kind of see it as the league too, just to kind of do little things like that, like just try to bring the guys a little bit closer together. And I think a lot of that would also help with maybe some of the issues the league has with like people not getting along very well, Um, like if we did have more meetups and more things like that, like I think it would just make everything a whole lot better throughout the season. Because I mean, obviously, like I think every year we butt heads with people, and people butt heads with other teams, and I think there's just people are competitive, you know what I mean? But I think if you can make friends like across a diamond with like a couple guys in the other dugout, it does make things a whole lot easier. When kind of like me with the Tigers, right? Like people like get on our team get mad at the Tigers, but to me it's like, hey, like they're actually cool guys if you just go talk to them, right? Like whatever they say, let it go, and like go have a beer with them after the game, and you'd be like, oh, like they're actually like cool dudes. So I think the league could do a better job at doing that as well.
See, now I've heard everything imaginable from the 3 podcasts I've done. You're the fourth. I've heard Ben say that we should do like more get-togethers. Devin said we should do more like with drinking get-togethers.
That
Teddy said that we should do go-karting.
would be awesome. We went last year for Ryan's birthday. We went to, I don't know, this place in like Briar Creek. I forget what it's called, Frankie's. And Ryan doesn't drink or anything, but a lot of us, we just went there and got pitchers of beer and drank, and then for some reason they let us drive the go-karts that night, and that was one of the most fun times I think I've ever had with like some of the guys from the team, is drinking a little too much alcohol and then being trusted to get behind the wheel of a go-kart at Frankie's. Like that was awesome. So yeah, I agree with Teddy. Is I think go-karting should definitely be allowed, but I don't know. I think there's just so many things that we can do as a team. And obviously for those people that like don't drink too, like we can still do things that don't include alcohol, or alcohol is not required to have a good time. Um, but yeah, I think that would be fun. I think I know you have that hockey team down near y'all. Like it'd be cool to go see a game there, or like Greensboro's getting a minor league hockey team. Um, there's like a lot of stuff that we can do, like sporting wise. Um, that I think, yeah, I just think we could do as a team too, and I'm sure other teams do things like that too. But like to me, I think that we really try to do the best we can to try to do it a lot throughout the season. So to my knowledge, is like we're trying to do more practice off season too. So I'm sure that like all that bonding and stuff is still going to happen after practices as well.
See, I suggested the Marksman game, which I'm happy you brought up. They I made it a what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I made it to where I have to say it every episode until then.
Oh.
Is that the Marksmen do a Girl Scout night, which is something Kylie and Juliana are in. This is the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
So Lisa can get tickets for I think as low as like $10.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not that far. Like, there's no bad spot in that arena. I know me and Ben touched on it. There's not a bad spot. I mean,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's like a mill for everybody. So that's an option too.
Yeah, I think that would be. Honestly, I don't ever think I've been to. Yeah, well, it's down in Fayetteville, right?
Yeah, it's at the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
It's not a bad venue. I mean, fans are okay.
I mean, dude, it's minor league hockey, man. Like, that's perfect. You know, like, it's tough to get better than that.
And some of them is like, okay, that reminds me of Philadelphia just a little bit. So other times it's just like,
that's awesome.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I also do have, I shouldn't say much of anything, but I do have Lisa's surprise party too. That I'm trying to get as many guys as to come out.
Yeah, you have to remind me of those dates.
Yeah, well, I got you. Because that's,
yeah.
I think it's next month. I think.
You said November, I think, is what you said, so.
Yeah. Which, we had to change the venue, which I'll tell you about that later, but, I think that's a good excuse to get everybody out of the house too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, it's like I know like my wedding's in a couple weeks, and a couple of guys are coming to that, and we went to Jackson's wedding a couple weeks ago. There's a lot of stuff that we can do just to continue to get each other together and meet up, you know.
Yeah, I saw that the picture or the video of Mikey in a dress at Jackson's wedding.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Dude, I saw that the first thing I woke up to because I left my Instagram on the Brews page or the Brew Talk page.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing I saw when I opened it. I was like, "You gotta be kidding!" It's the
That's
first
crazy.
thing I'm waking up to.
That's so funny. Hey,
That's
he looked good in the dress. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my god. So as we get ready to wrap things up, is there any last minute comments or anything you want to say really to wrap it up?
No, man, I'm happy that you're doing this again. I think it's awesome. Again, I'm sure I hope that like this off season's podcast take off just as much as the last couple of off seasons did for you. I thought this year was a lot of fun. I thought it was very competitive, and I am really looking forward to next season. And yeah, I think that's it, man. I think always remember there's more to life than playing in a men's league baseball game, right? Like there's a lot bigger things that can go on and can happen. So just enjoy it. I think every day we get to step out on the field and play is truly a blessing. And I think it's easy to take that for granted too. That's like my last at bat in high school, I struck out, and I remember like walking off like after striking out and being like, dang, that's probably the last time I'm ever gonna touch like a baseball field, and like striking out, like that sucks. So like the last game against the Cardinals, I went up and I was like, just the one thing, like, I don't know if this is gonna be my last at bat ever. Like, realistically, it's the last at bat I'm guaranteed, you know. So I was like, just don't strike out. And I thought that was cool. Like, me and Mesa, we had battled before. We had a couple of good at bats and battles, first two, and like I stepped in the box and we kind of looked each other eye to eye, and we both just kind of like shook our head and like gave each other a nod, and then I popped out the second on the first pitch. So it was like but it was a cool moment, you know. And it was like, okay, at least I didn't, like, if this is my last at bat ever, like at least I didn't strike out, you know. But yeah, I think it's not, obviously it's not guaranteed, you know. Like, tomorrow's not guaranteed, so continue to live your life, and you know, hopefully next year the league can just be even more better than it was this year, and just kind of continue to grow. And I don't know, I think it's in a good spot. I think it's in a better spot than it was a couple years ago, and I think it's just going to continue to grow and be in a good spot. So kind of happy with where it's at, and I kind of hate that I'm kind of getting on the older side of it now, right? Like, I kind of wish the league was now when I joined when I was, you know, 22, 23, compared to having to go through those kind of rough years in the beginning, for it to now be where it's at, right when I'm, 28, 29 now, probably gonna hang it up here in the next, it's not next year, the next few years. So, but it'll be cool. It'll be cool to see it continue to grow.
You gotta go till you're 40, just like Ryan.
Bro.
Dude, I don't know how that dude does it. I don't know how that dude does it.
Ryan is a amazing, like, he's a specimen, dude. Like, that guy needs to be studied, like, for whatever, like, health benefits come. That dude didn't take Tylenol as a kid, that's for sure.
Dude, I looked at him the first time because he played with us with the Makairas, and I was watching a couple of old clips back last night. I was like, holy shit, he's been with us that long.
Yeah, and dude, he's in even better shape now than he was back then, which is crazy.
It is. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But, and another point I wanted to make before you left, you touched on you and Meso. I think it's funny as players, especially as pitchers, to face somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I said to him in the parking lot was, "I got your ass," and he started laughing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was like, we had a couple of really good, like, battles, and I think he hit me in the second at bat. I think I grounded out, or I don't know, I might have gotten a hit in the first at bat. I think we were counting everything as hits that game.
You mean
and
I
then he hit
was?
me this yeah, I wasn't gonna throw you under the bus, Johnny, but and then he hit me the second. It was like a full count, and I was squeezed a plate on him, and he got me, like, in the arm, and then he got me the next step. Like, it was cool, right? Like, I think he's a really cool guy. He's a really, like, awesome guy, and just being able to, like, grow that relationship, right? And like that, I mean, we were both very competitive, but like I said, it was cool getting a beer with him after the game. I just be like, damn, bro, like, we've been playing against each other for, I don't even know how many years now, at least 3, like, probably 4, but
I think it might have been 4 because he was on the Rockets.
yeah, he was. Yeah, so
yeah,
yeah, it's been like a while, so it's been cool. It's also been cool just getting to know more guys around the league too. Like, I think it was Saturday at the playoffs. Like, we went back and watched the game after hours, and just being able to, like, sit there with, like, Harley and, like, talk to Harley and pick his brain and just get to know him more, and, like, talking to dudes on the Rattlers and getting to know them more. And yeah, like, there's just a lot of cool dudes in the league. I think that's kind of, you know, And it's been nice, like getting closer to them and getting closer to the guys on our team. I think it's like I've said it like 100 times tonight, but like realistically, like when we were the Bulls or even like the Makairas, like we would just show up to the field. Most people would the game would be at like 3. Most people aren't showing up to the field till like 2:50 playing the game, and then most of them are in their car before like the handshake line's even done. You know, like they're just packing up their shit and they're leaving. It's just like you can't build relationships with like those types of people. So it has been really nice just being able to get to know more people around the league. And obviously, like the older and older we get, the more and more we grow as people too. So yeah, I think that's been really sweet too.
I do say if that we had half of the guys that we started with now with like Austin and shit, that would be deadly.
Yeah.
Especially like with Ariel, his pitching, Jeremy's pitching. Shit. I mean, that him, Austin, RJ, that would be like the Mount Rushmore of this team.
Yeah, I always say it's like like we went to Dylan had his birthday party a couple weeks ago, and we've gotten to know Dylan and his wife. Me and my fiance have got to know them very well over the last couple of years, and consider him a really good friend now too. But like God couldn't let us have Dylan and Austin as pitchers. Like he knew that was going to be too overpowered, so he had to like have Dylan's arm like get snapped off. But I'm hoping that Dylan can come at least just play more next year. I don't think he'll. I hope he doesn't pitch. If he ever pitches again, I'm leaving because I don't want to be a part of that again. But I just hope he can come and be a part of the team. And I mean, he showed up to that one game and like I think he went like 3 for 4 with a double and like fucking 2 stolen bases or something. Like he's a ball player. So yeah, I say it all the time that like God wouldn't let us have Dylan and Austin as pitchers, so Dylan had to sacrifice himself. Yeah. Johnny, I lost you again, man. We went for so long and I lost you right here at the end. All right, can you talk now? No, I lost you. Then we're gonna have to wrap it up here, John. Appreciate you having me on the pod, dude. It's been real. Everyone who's listening, I hope you guys have a great night, great time. Cheer on the Brews, and don't tell Lisa about her surprise party.
That's a good point to end it on there, DJ.
All right,
We'll see you soon down the line.
I got you back now, but yes, see you.
All right, I'll see you.
See you, Johnny. Bye.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap things up on the podcast tonight because I don't know what's up with Discord, but Discord is wonky. I got to go. Actually, I got to go out now to go to work, which is really, I should check to see if I have work because your boy has been doing DoorDash runs until he can get a job. But imagine, like, everybody that's listening to this, like, imagine if we had the guys that DJ was saying earlier, like Dylan and Austin back to back. I mean, guys like Ariel, Dylan, Austin, whoever. Like, just imagine that top. Oh, man, we would have been unstoppable. But anyway, guys, this has almost been 2 hours, DJ. Thank you for coming on. I'm sure you'll be able to hear me. You know, in the background or whatever when you're listening to this. It is probably the second week of October. We have 32, 31, 30, 29, 20. We have 28 more episodes to go to the regular season. I'm coming at you guys every Monday at noon. I hope you guys do enjoy the podcast. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Come along for the ride. We have interviews coming back. I have the Johnny Mac show coming back, which, if you guys are new to the channel, especially the Brews, welcome to the clusterfuck that is the Johnny Mac show. Guys, you guys don't want to miss this. There's going to be a lot more interviews coming on. Brew Talk is sitting here till the beginning of the on season, which is going to be happening in April. I'm going to be bringing you guys new videos at least 2 times a week, hopefully. My interview I have next up, hopefully, right now. I had to double check to make sure my fucking mic was plugged in. I couldn't see. My interview next I have up next is the one and only Austin, which will be coming at you guys next Monday. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan. If not, you guys will find out as I find out. But also, the Johnny Mac Show, my first guest is going to be Louis Ramos Jr. If you guys don't know who that is, it's a son of a deathmatch legend. Of which I'm interested to see how that goes. Like I said, guys, content coming every single week. So get that out of my system. If there's any sponsorships or anybody from the league that wants to be on the show, contact me via whatever email. If you have my number, and DM on Instagram. There is 3 pages you can DM me to be on the Brew Talk podcast. The Brew Talk podcast link is down in the description below to all 3 links. My link to my Instagram. My link to the Brew's Instagram. My link to the Brew Talk Instagram. My Twitter. My Facebook. Or the Brew's Facebook, I should say, because I don't put my Facebook out there. Anyway, every single link is down in the description below. Go check out Ray's Energy and Doobie Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, 10%. The Johnny Mac at checkout saves 10% at checkout. You don't want to miss it. It's good, clean energy. I mean, I'm getting my fucking case and a half of that shit, supplement, whatever you want to call it, coming up. And also, check out the merch. Support the Brews down in the description below, because your boy has an idea for the merch, but everything merch related that's sold goes back into the team eventually. TeePublic is a little wonky and doesn't send me when I get notifications, so tag me in it. Tag the Brews in it. And guys, as for now, I'm out. Peace.